When do you haul the boat to scrape the bottom? You don't have to do that out here, do you?
Every couple of years, sure.
You do that yourself?
No.
He has a big boat.
A man that does that.
Now, you take it out, and what do you do? You scrape the
barnacles off, whatever's there, whatever's up there. I have nothing to do with that.
Uh-huh.
See, my operating of the boat is I have a key, and I put the key in the lock, and I turn the key, and the door opens, and then I'm on the boat.
That's right.
And then other people run around and do things.
But you must have a lot of barnacles. You see, if you take that boat out occasionally, the water takes the barnacles off the bottom. But you just have a floating bar there, and it just kind of...
I have a barnacle man that handles that.
Barnacle man comes in and does that. Anyway, tonight we have Slim Whitman's been around for years, but nobody until a few years ago remembered him until his record offer was on television. Yodeling and did a lot of yodeling. We had him on the show, and he sold, I guess, hundreds of thousands of albums off of that. Recently, if you tune in, is it on cable? What station does that play on usually? The two guys we see, Roger Whitaker.
Right.
You seen Roger Whitaker? No. And Zamfir.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
Right.
Doing commercials, selling them. You can only order them through an 800 number.
Not available in stores.
Right. We're going to give you a couple of clips as we see them of those two most successful guys we're on now, Whitaker and... Watch the monitor.
Look at your monitor.
Yes.
Time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. She'll find my note I left hanging on her door.
For a limited time only, the beautiful voice of Roger Whitaker can be yours.
That says I'm leaving. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight.
In this two-record set, Best Loved Ballads.
Will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, sweetly.
Remember, this offer is not available in any store. Stay tuned to order now.
Ceilings turn overnight to sunflowers.
He is known throughout Europe as the master of the pan flute, the magical instrument with the unforgettable sound. His name is Zamfir. Now, for the first time on American television, you can own the masterful sounds of Zamfir on this beautiful collection called The Magic of Zamfir. The Magic of Zamfir. 18 of the world's loveliest melodies played on the world's most magical instrument. Here's how to order your own copy.
Okay, now here's the man of 1,000. Now, taking our clue from Roger and Zamfir, who we mercilessly parodied, here's a preview of what we think will be the biggest selling order album of all times.
In Greenland, he has sold over 100 million records. In Asia Minor, they whisper his name in awe. They call him Caffeine, the bugle balladeer. When Caffeine wraps his hauntingly expressive lips around his instrument of love, you'll swear your ears are crying. Here's how to order. Send $19.95 in cash, check, or money order to Kafeen Bugle Ballads, Box 2343, Ethel Merman Station, New York, New York 10019. Please specify record, cassette, or compact disc, or call 1-555-6476 to save postage and handling charges.
This is Caffeine saying, I'll see you in my musical dreams.
Beautiful.
The biggest trouble I had was trying to blow that silly bugle in time with Doc's rendition. You know, that's not easy to play that badly, is it? I mean, really to play bad on a bugle.
It bent my face totally out of shape.
Thanks for your help. And thanks for Bobby Quinn, our director. He shot that beautifully, just like they do in the commercial. Thank you, Bob. We'll be back with Ted Danson in just a moment. I could have set that up tonight. You should have come around the curtain and then bust into tears and say you can't go on.
There was a guy standing back there, and I actually started to get down on my knees, and I realized it looked really weird. So we changed.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, do an awful lot of these shows. And I said, how you doing backstage? And you said, nervous. And I said, my God, you're on a hit show.
Oof.
For the past 5 years, you've done great work on television, movies, and all that, and regular pictures. Why would you get nervous for something like this?
Because this is scary, and because you're Johnny Carson, and that's Ed McMahon, and...
Well, I'll be Shirley MacLaine if you want me to. I'll do anything. Okay, let's clear something up now.
Yeah.
I understand. I haven't discussed this with Shelley long, but I keep reading that you two battled a lot when Shears was on.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of personality. You didn't know I was going to throw this at you, but this is my job.
How's the face doing?
And they said, you know, you really went at each other.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that?
No, I'm glad you asked.
Well, so am I.
I'm glad you asked. No, it's not.
She said you were just nasty as hell. Didn't she say something like that? I don't remember exact words, but she thought you were mean and...
I was.
So
I was and she wasn't. We had, you know, she said this. It's kind of silly because it all makes us look like a bunch of 4-year-olds, you know.
Well,
but it's not
entertainers
true.
are kids, really.
Yeah. But it's not true, actually. We had one fight in 5 years, and it was over how long she was taking to do her hair, you know, which is a pretty tame little Sam and Diane kind of fight. And it lasted 5 minutes, and that was it. So,
Who started this brouhaha?
I did.
Yeah?
I did. You mean the over the hair?
You over the hair.
Yes, that was me. But, you know, come on, you've been married before.
Yes. And before, yeah.
And before.
I can see, or that
You've waited for a lot of hair.
Oh, yes. Hair is my life, yeah. just a minute, it'll be ready. Women are never satisfied with their hair ever, no matter who they go to. Isn't that true?
It's true.
Is that too much of a generality?
It's true.
I suppose it is.
That's kind of tame, though, for 5 years. We didn't have... No, we did a lot of good work together,
Get
and we
it
had
out
a lot
your
of
system.
fun. She does take a long time for her hair.
Okay, now on this latest thing.
Yeah.
You, Tom Selleck, Steve Gutenberg,
Yes.
all right, all together.
Yeah.
Apparently somebody told me you did some research, and this I don't buy at all, in singles bars.
Well,
Now,
you know
explain
that
to me.
I have been married for 10 years, so you know that, well, basically, it was vicarious on my part, you understand entirely.
Of course.
Actually, it's kind of funny. It's Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck, you know, a lot of people know who I am. Tom Selleck, times 100, times 1,000. He's amazing to walk around with. So three of us walk into singles bars. No, into bars, not singles bars. That's so tacky. Into dancing places. And,
Sure, okay.
yeah, and Steve...
For research now.
Yes, for research. And Steve Gutenberg, who's not on television, says, oh, everyone knows you, you're on TV, poor little me, and da-da-da-da. Tom and I go, yeah, don't worry, Steve, it's all right. We walk in. By the end of the evening, Tom is kind of holding court, but he's, you know, he's very awesome, so people don't really come too close, but there are a circle of girls around him. I'm off in the corner talking to some poor thing about, you know, do you have any relationships? Are you committed? What do you want to do in your life?
What's your side?
You know, I'm insulted that no one's finding me attractive because I'm talking committed talk and everything.
Yeah.
Steve Gutenberg's in the corner with about 400 telephone numbers coming out of his pocket. So
It must be
Steve
kind of
made
ego.
out.
It must be kind of ego-destroying going out with somebody like Selleck. I mean,
Oh,
you're recognized.
phew.
The most humiliating thing that ever happened to me was in Europe, to go out with Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Now, Roger Moore is known all over the world from the Bond pictures. And for some reason, I kind of transposed my identity here over there and walked down the street with Roger Moore once. People were knocking me out of the way.
Yeah.
Want to get a picture? Get out of the way, Skinny! It's a real leveler. It's a real leveler quick. They all know him, and I said, I'm not going out with you anymore, anywhere at all.
I became a character actor again overnight.
That's where all of a sudden you said, don't you?
Yeah.
Not glamour at all. Now, you work with babies?
Yeah, two cute little babies. One on screen, but you need two to work with, because you can only work with a baby on screen for
Well, there's a
about,
limited time. isn't
yeah,
there?
2 minutes, like at a stretch. So you have twins that you work with.
Oh.
That's unnerving, boy, working with babies. They're,
Well, you've got a child here, huh?
yeah.
So you've been through that phase.
Yeah, but when you're in front of a camera and you're thinking, you're going to do this really clever thing, and you've been working with a kind of doll here.
Is that what
until
you
the baby
rehearsed with?
comes out. Yeah, a little doll, and so you're doing great things with this doll. Out comes the baby, and the baby's looking at a boom. And you're emoting and looking like a total ass because you're not relating to the baby.
I forgot about that. Of course, when you have real young children, they're looking around.
Yeah.
And how do they get them to zero in and
These babies were really, really, it was almost as if they read the script.
heavily sedated, I suppose? No, I shouldn't say that. No, I'm not saying that. No, they don't do
One
that.
more. There was a scene where Tom and Steve were changing the baby, and Tom's supposed to pick up the baby, and the baby pees, and it's a very funny joke. So they rigged this tubing down the baby and everything so that a little special effects man with a thing to squirt, and the baby would pee. Tom lifts up the roll, Tom lifts up the baby pees, but the special effects guy's going, stop peeing.
That baby's a trooper. Now, there's a show business baby. Obviously, there's little boys, right?
2 little girls. No. Oh. Yeah.
It's unusual.
No. No, 2 little girls. 3 guys, 3 bachelors fall in love with this 1 little girl baby.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been good to have a little boy baby.
Oh.
Changed the movie a lot.
All right. We'll do this and come right back.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Mother, I'm so proud of Emma. She just baked her first cake. And Albert Jr.? Well, he helped lick the beater.
Remember when the best things in life were sweet, pure, and natural? One still is. Sugar.
Shoot some slices, salad shooter. Shoot some shreds, salad shooter. Shoot some salad, shoot it fast. Shoot it pretty, pretty salad shooter.
Presto Salad Shooter, slicer, shredder. Easier than a food processor. Just point and shoot slices right onto a salad. Shoot shreds right onto a pizza. Pop a dessert, go a little nutty. Clean up with a wipe and a rinse, small enough to store anywhere.
Shoot some salad, shoot it fast. Shoot it pretty, pretty, pretty salad shooter.
From Presto.
The officers and staff of Royal Caribbean invite you to join them for 7 days of absolute perfection. Don't just cruise the Caribbean, cruise the Royal Caribbean.
You'll find it at the heart of every truck we build. It's on the street and off the road.